you guys, we are on to day 6. We are halfway through this class. You're doing such a great job and I'm so impressed with the images you've produced so far. Okay, today we're covering how angles and framing can enhance your images and take them to the next level. Being creative makes a huge difference. A little backstory. When I was first starting out, I always shot my photos portrait, which means up and down and fairly close to the face. While there isn't anything wrong with those kind of photos, it did get boring pretty quick. Once I started focusing on changing my angle, I began improving so quickly. It doesn't always work, but a lot of times I get my best images by changing things up. I'm a wedding photographer, and so I often shoot the same locations over and over and over. Like some locations where I have literally shot hundreds of weddings. Now sometimes I'll fall into a rut and I will start taking the same photos of every single couple who gets married in that location. However, I've noticed when I go backwards from the direction I usually go, so instead of starting in one spot and then going clockwise, if I decide to go counterclockwise instead, I'm seeing everything from the opposite direction and I suddenly get a whole entire wedding of creative, unique, fun images. Doing this sparks my creativity, which gets the bride and groom more excited, which produces more beautiful images. So here are some practical tips you can try with your own kids. Try getting down on eye level with your kids to give the perspective of seeing through a child's eyes. Shoot from way above them. Get higher than normal. Maybe even stand on something to change the perspective. Shoot from below. One of my favorite ways to exaggerate the perspective of an image is to be all the way on the ground, showing the ground blurry in the foreground, like these images. Put something in the foreground of the image to help frame the photo. Shoot through something. Anything you can find to emphasize that subject. Shoot upside down. It may seem silly, but you can get some really cool images this way. Use the rule of thirds. Divide the frame into 3 sections, placing the subject in the left or right sections. This naturally gets you a more creative and professional looking photo. Grab detail shots. Sometimes it's okay to just snap details and not have faces. These are memories you're going to want too. It could be lashes, hands, lips, or even their little hands holding their favorite toys or activities. Shoot from far away to really emphasize that landscape. Here's a quick example from your workbook of how changing around your perspective can give you something more unique. I wanted a picture of Lila reading her school take-home books because in kindergarten she was on a quest to pass off every single one of them. So at first I took this shot. It's cute, but nothing special. I moved in a little more to be able to see what she was reading. However, I had really great lighting coming in at the time, so I wanted to see a little bit more of that. Then, because I'm a mom, I got distracted from Greta and got down to help her. When I looked up and I saw her from this angle, I was so excited. This is totally not an angle I normally would shoot at, but it's such a fun one. I decided to scoot back a little bit more so that I could get her little feet and toes, and I knew that was my shot. A little more unique, but definitely still tells the story I wanted.
Okay, so I'm going to give her these toys to start out with. She's excited to play with these, and so it might keep her still for just a minute. So to begin with, I usually will just interact with her and get her situated so that she is more cooperative. I've set her up right here because I have 2 big windows right here, so I'm getting pretty good side light on her. Are you doing it? And now I'm just going to go ahead and start grabbing some shots. What do you think? Oh, it's so good. Good job, Susie. Are you doing it? Good job. Yeah. So while she's happy, I'm just trying to move around and get some different angles of her. little bit closer right on her face. So I'm not even really getting what she's doing. I'm just gonna try to get her attention here. Greta. Greta. Oh, is that your kitty? Hi, kitty. What are you playing? Need help? Help? Oh, too pretty. You want me to help? Here you go. You want me to help some more? Here you go. You can do it. Go ahead and do it.
Today the photo challenge is unique angle. Hopefully this video has given you some fun ideas to do something creative and different. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Post your picture under the day 6 video and I will leave you some feedback on your photo. As a reminder, tomorrow is our day off. So catch up, do nothing, take extra photos, do more practice, whatever you want to do. It's totally up to you, your time. I will see you back here on day 8.